My session's pulled up. I have the signal going to every single channel. I'm gonna turn on my monitor path, go a little hotter than usual since we're dealing with really low signals. And I'm just gonna start pushing up faders and make sure that I have signal on all the channels. Make sure I can hear it. All right, it seems like 23 here is not passing our signal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mute this up top to tell me that this is one I have to go look at. I'm gonna test the rest of them and then I'll come back to this problem. All right, so every channel is very clean. We have one channel here that is having no audio come to it. It could be a couple things. Most often it's something I'll find up in this top module because that's where the audio hits first. Comes through this module. Usually we'll go to Pro Tools first. We have Pro Tools completely out of it. I'm just listening on the monitor path. So I'm pretty sure there's gonna be a problem with this channel. Nothing coming through at all. Currently I'm pressing the EQ button. This changes the EQ path between the mic and the tape input. I can hear that. So because I can hear the EQ switching, I know that it is probably one of the first things in line on this channel. There's very small wires in here. It could be a broken wire, could be a bad chip going for the input of our tape input. Because I can hear this, I'm pretty sure that it is not going to be on this module. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this guy out and see what we can find. Before I take it all the way out, I'm gonna make sure that I have my channel down. I'm gonna turn my monitor down too, just so I don't hear any pops. And here's our channel. I'm gonna walk on over here. All right, let's open this up and see what we can find. And at this point, I usually just stare at it for a minute. Just make sure that nothing is obviously wrong. Second thing, again, it wasn't coming through at all. I kind of suspect a broken wire. Looking at it, these transformer wires up front are on good, but this back wire here was not really attached. It was probably just touching, which is why I didn't get a tech report for it. It was probably touching enough to pass a signal at one point. That there's our signal, and it is not touching the transformer. So we are not gonna get any audio out of that. Another possible solution to this, we have relays in here that switches the EQ path. Sometimes that can make things intermittent. Again, I heard the EQ path switching, so I wasn't really suspect of that. There is some components here on the output that the tape input will go through as well. Again, hearing the EQ switching kind of told me that it probably wasn't going to be anything to do with that. And these wires are just so small, they tend to be the first thing I look for. And this time I got lucky. That's just as simple as getting out your soldering iron, hitting it with a little bit of solder and reattaching it to where it's supposed to be. Hopefully, you can look at your circuit and determine where it's supposed to be. I'm very familiar with this, so I know it goes on the last one, but if I wasn't, if you look very closely, you can kind of determine, because there is solder on that pin, it is a pin that's used, and the other ones are all pins that are used, but they all have stuff attached to them already. So even if you didn't know, good chances are that wire goes there. It's always best to consult your schematic if you don't know. This is a quick fix though. I'm just gonna take this right back to the tech shop, hit this with some solder quick, and it'll be ready to go. All right, I'm gonna put this module back in here. I like to pause before it goes all the way back in to make sure that it's going the same way. If this was upside down, that would be bad. Now that module's back in, I'm gonna unmute the channel. Turn my monitor back up. So now when I push this up, sounds good to me. So that channel's all good.